for Leviathan to start things off on the short A side. Carl trying to smoke another one and falls back within the site. Hit by a flash, and Aspas gets that first blood, but Busio there for the support in the back of the site. Wall comes up for that plant, and a defuse comes in, but should I say a plant comes in and gets denied by a molly. Then unfortunately here, we're gonna have to try to pick it back up for Leviathan.
They're pausing. Is this a backstab? Yep, right into the TP. They switch it, but the anchor's still there. Bang is here. Been incredible on the pistol rounds.
The only thing he has is a wall right now. No molly, so has to play the off angle for the back. Works out for that first pick. And delays enough for the rotate from Asuna, but Dex is there with a tap in the face. A 2v2 with a plant on the B site.
Spike planted.
Pretty healthy here for Leviathan to get themselves into defensive positions. EU on 12 HP with Boostio at 39. The Ghosts could help.
Known for these lurks, known for the backstab, the headshot onto Boostio. Ex-teammate down, EU alone, 1v2. The first tap denied by Kong with another sharp headshot, and Leviathan strikes first.
A great thought by Leviathan, heading straight up the gutter short A to get into sight. Great stop by 100 Thieves. They reacted really well to the strategy, and then as Aspas picks up the spike, they dip towards the other side and get just enough momentum with that plant down, and Com coming up with 2 on the Sheriff. See what their positioning is. Long B, and it's going to be just a bit of a lurk here from Com, as we would expect. Him or King really going around the map, being that solo to give the communication on rotations. A little push up here from 100 Thieves as well, as they take a little bit of safety in Hookah to try and meet Lev early.
Scout destroyed.
Ooh, King wants to pressure this U-Haul once again. They're gonna make, I feel like they make this a precedent. Let 100 Thieves know that U-Haul's gonna be something they want, and already a kill comes through towards Sand.
Yeah, 100 Thieves looking for some information. Now a triple swing right within U-Haul to answer right back. So on the B side, they were looking for that info. Boostio still slipped through. He knows the execution's coming in within this B side, but you have to be careful for Calm once again, who's holding towards Spices. But Boostio has a perfect timing to potentially get one here. Plant did come in for Leviathan, and a rotate comes across from the Thieves. There's 2 falling back. There's that first headshot, trying to land that second one. Dizzy being thrown, doesn't get the hit, and Mazzino gets the pick. The rest of the players, though, of 100 Thieves are now rotating back within the B site from the back of the spawn. Smoke on the top, tap on the spike. The spray comes across, but it's not enough. 100 Thieves can even get it halfway, and the sprays have been perfect for Leviathan.
2 Phantoms coming into this round as well, only losing King and Tex. So none of the big weapons really fall to the wayside here. And yeah, Leviathan get out of that one very smooth. Almost 2 away for the ult on Tex here as they're picking up the frags. The plants as well, it seems like that's been in the hands of Tex, so they can get Thrash up as soon as possible. And Aspas doing work here to bring up that showstopper pretty soon.
1 enemy remaining.
So Leviathan pushing forward really until they're finding something to push back. They take that fight and continue to go. Quick tech pause coming out.
You can't say quick yet. You can't say quick yet.
We're hopeful. We're hopeful.
Could have said a lot of quick on that first map, though, the first series with Loud playing. But yeah, definitely looking at the last 2 rounds for Leviathan, though. It's been looking pretty good on what we're talking about, the aggression that was coming out towards Sands on the last 2 players from Boostio. And I think that was Bang moving in towards Sands. A little bit of a change of like what Zix and Boostio are trying to bring to the table for this roster as well for the Thieves. I mean, they were talking about how even everybody on social media and also in the Twitch chats and on Reddit were saying how they were such a passive defensive team. And what they're trying to do and elevate a little bit more this time is to try to elevate each other to make plays. And how can you assist within these plays? Be more confident and work those fundamentals behind that.
It's also to, you know, push the agent pools a little bit for each other. We're seeing Cryo's first ever competitive game on Brimstone, right? So they bring that in. Asuna goes back from Harbor in the offseason some to see what that would work out like to again, the Rays. So Asuna can go in, and we see that old school Asuna. We remember when he just likes to make everything his playground and go ham. So yeah, they're definitely pulling a few things back into the mix, but trying some things, which is really, really cool to see.
Just a quick update, sorry here, Rick. It looks like it's an in-ear issue that we have for one of the players, so we'll get that fixed ASAP. But I do like the idea that you have Cryocells playing his first Brimstone to actually continue on your point here as his first time playing Brim ever within the VCTs. And we were also criticizing Cryo last year as being more of a passive operator. Like the chamber meta worked out very well for him, but when you're playing a Brimstone, you have to stay back and try to smoke a little bit more to assist your teammates. Now you could actually get your smokes out and still potentially play the op on defense as well and allow somebody like Asuna to just pop off and create that space on those retakes. So I like the idea behind it.
Is he a lineup Larry though? That's the question. We'll have to see the post plants because this team actually has a pretty disgusting post plant from 2 members for 100 Thieves. So
and on the same thing for post plants, you're talking about deniability, as we saw, like the lineups already came out from the snake bites from Bang to deny that plant out from the wingman. So there's already some tastes out of what 100 Thieves are currently doing that you could potentially still switch gears if you want to, playing passively and use that deniability with the utility, or also trying to play that and switch it across and on the other end and pick up the pace if you want to.
Absolutely. Just waiting to get back in on the audio issue. So far, we've seen Leviathan focus on short. They're really not giving Shower too much love. They've really held the B long connection, or sorry, B long area pretty well. I wonder if that's to understand if 100 Thieves is trying to get any of that info down long to then make a better decision across the map. Right, if you are seeing something at long, you always have to consider there's still a lurker. There's still something. So LEV's actually happy to kind of show themselves right away and start the fight.
And you're talking about those lurks. I mean, Com did a great job in that pistol round. And, you know, that's not going to be something that's unfamiliar for 100 Thieves as Boostio, again, his old IGL could definitely start calling that stuff out, and it could start. I mean, you even see Boostio. He was the one that was flanking behind on that second round in that eco. So there's probably going to be some mind games with these two ex-EG teammates going head to head. But at least let's talk about Leviathan on the other side, though.
Yeah.
There's been some questions around this roster too, as on paper there would probably be the best team in the Americas right now for the VCTs, arguably, if not one of the 2 teams to qualify here for Madrid, because they have a superstar roster. But then they're like, oh, how's it going to look for synergy? How is it going to look for
Well, they didn't lose
barrier?
a map at Superdome, right?
That's the other thing as well. So there's already a great start from that. But Superdome, they're also playing with Nas, where in the past, Com is like coming in last minute, and you want to see how he kind of fits in. And so far, it fits in very, very well. But back to the language barrier. I mean, we were just listening, or we were checking out some interviews with Aspas, and his English is actually quite damn good. So I don't think there's going to be any issues whatsoever in how everything's going to be called out for each of these teammates. And I think it's still an uphill battle. And it's quite surprising looking at this series that I'm seeing 100 Thieves as the underdog in this game.
Yeah,
It was not the story last year with Leviathan having a drop.
Quick touch on your screen here. You can see they're switching out the headphones. We know how long that takes at home. We got to get down on the cables, the cord. So that's all they're doing, getting new in-ears in, and we'll be back in. But yeah, I love what they're putting together. It seems like they are ready to work with each other, because this is a composition that, you know, Aspas can go off, but it takes this utility here to open that space, the right walls, the right smokes, good comms there to make it happen. And I actually like the composition they've put together. That Gecko, the Sky, almost a trickery in the flashes. Right now, that Sky flash has to go off. If you do let it go long, let it go long, because you're going to throw Dizzy in the front. Which way your opponent?
Yeah.
Where are they going to turn? So you're almost always blind here. You almost get the same with a Haunt and Dizzy as well. There's 2 things in the air. It becomes impossible to shoot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, because with the nerfs that you've gotten from Sky most recently, it's trying to figure out, like, pretty much how you want to rework your compositions. I mean, even Zix at some point had that discussion. I mean, they had to throw their whole strat book out the window because they had so many maps and reps under that Sky. And even if you're looking at their composition right now within Bind, and just to give you a reminder, chat, because we're still looking here at the stage currently with the tech pause, it's a Gecko, a Raze, a Brimstone, a Viper, and a Fade. So ways to try to find that information on Sky flashes at the beginning of the rounds. You could do it with Boostio on that Gecko, or you could do it with the Fade Haunt. On the other end, though, here for Leviathan, they'll still keep the Sky, but potentially with how Khan's been flanking, maybe leverage more the Gecko to get that early information.
That's true. I'm trying to think, it's a little harder to throw the Trick Flash and grab it right away. You definitely have to fight for it. But these guys have been behind each other the whole time. So it wouldn't matter. That flash is thrown, they are peeking with it. We've had forward movement here from LEV just about every single round. And we'll see if it happens for the bonus as well. They are going to carry some of those Phantoms over. We did see from the second round that we saw Aspas and Mazzino picking up. And now we're about to get back into game. We are into your bonus here for LEV versus 100 Thieves. Thank you for your patience. Let's get this action back underway.
Yep.
So there's that push. A little bit out of B long for Boostio, and you can see the setup for LEV. They are just waiting to crash here on the A.
The HOD's being used on the A side for the showers, but yeah, here comes the crash. Austin on the top of the APC though, scores first as Mazzino falls. And with the Molly trying to push them back, Cryo playing the off angle, gets that pick onto Aspas too. A 2-player advantage out for the Thieves to start things off. In the state of the game too, looking at the Thieves, it's a gun round versus the bonus of Leviathan, who, I mean, you still look on their side, they still have a very strong buy. 2 rifles and a Bulldog to work together. These 3 trying to cut the noise and rescale back towards showers.
Great timing on the wall from B going through teleporter. You can almost see how they also want to play that hunt through the wall early in the round. And here we have a push through showers.
Good for that first one. Almost lined up the second, but at least the information's there. Big flash for a double swing. And Boostio and Osnar both there to greet them. Not affected by the flash. 100 Thieves. They actually get their gun round in with only 1 player lost. Exactly.
That's big. Looked very cool and calm throughout that situation. Even when they were getting hit, it seemed like 100 Thieves remembered the first 2 rounds. Leviathan's trying to squeeze somebody into U-Haul all the time. Bangs or Cryo's ready for that right away. You know, they expect that U-Haul hit to come in. Found it, and that just made it easier for the rest of the site to be closed down and Leviathan to have to choose hit number 2 through showers, which did not work. Still looking to gain space towards A. They have some money to buy, so we still have a gun round here. We'll see the first. So this is actually one of the first throw-ups that Tex will use for Dizzy and be able to get it back or throw out a mosh pit.
Mosh lineup actually here to start things off in the back. So this is great, adding that pressure towards the front. Like a Crowler running back.
Oh, so close.
Flash too. So that time he could have blown to pieces. Wow. But thankfully it's open, and the Thrash even on top of that to clear out the site. And even towards showers. So this allows King to even get a late lurk once we get a plant now for Leviathan towards this A site.
There it is. Wingman in, pick back up. Great defensive positioning all around. Just at the borders of the site. 100 Thieves is trying to get in.
Aspas got hit. Or at least one of the Prowlers, but still gets the Asuna back run out. Trying to go for a attempt or trade out from the heaven side, but he still stays alive, and this is looking grim here for 100 Thieves for the comeback. Cobb once again, that's super late, watching that flank. EU now the last player standing. Only has a Guardian to work with. It might be a Guardian that he might try to upgrade now within the pipes as you see the pings on the weapons. Early TP as well. Yeah, Leviathan does not want to allow EU to save his weapon at all. I mean, it just gave it all up.
Wow, just the positioning, the push up there from Aspas, how fast that Leviathan scaled through the site. You give him a little more credit than his, but he basically held off 4 people. The smoke went down, shot 2 through the smoke, 1 more was in vent, and EU didn't want to peek from heaven because Aspas was right under it. Literally holding off just about the entire team, 100 Thieves there with a few shots. And they are looking solid. Here we go, a few more frags coming from the side of Leviathan as they pull it back into their favor. A little bit of a low armor buy here for 100 Thieves as they still keep some weapons on the board. And now they're going to try for that shower push and long push again here to see if they can get the early information we talked about at the beginning.
One thing that Zix could do here is bring the objective base of the team, something that EG's been doing a lot. And look at that instant smoke push out towards the orb, get the showstopper for Asuna. So going into this mix of a bind around the rifle that was saving that previous round for EU, half armor for a few. But they have a great opportunity now to just play the time in their favor and even fall back if they need to.
I want to talk about quick how awesome that mosh pit from Boostio, or I'm sorry, from Tex was last round, predicting that cryo cells would back out of U-Haul once they flashed it, because they've been putting a member of Leviathan there almost every round. So of course cryo's going to be there, just playing off the slight things they're making as a precedent here, and almost catching cryo cells off of that play that they structured. Really cool stuff that these teams are trying to put into the works here.
Structuring good calls, and King always one step ahead of his opponents. Already with a dog coming out, spotting Boostio in the corner, so they know there's at least one of those ults available playing towards that B site. So Leviathan are pulling back here with that fake info to try to work towards this A site. But it seems that Oscar's really into this. He's already pivoted towards the top of the A heaven.
Still on the 3-2. Great. Just anchoring throughout the round to 30 seconds, and 100 Thieves still have regular holes on the sights as it's going to be the hit from Leviathan again up short A.
There's the showstopper on both ends. Big flash coming out. Everybody's blinded, but we have an instant trade in the back of the site. Plant denied.
Spike.
Good spray coming through as he was trying to get done behind a cascade. Only 10 seconds left. Nightfall out too.
10
Spike now has to get
seconds
picked up. Hit by a Seize as Cryo's getting that pick onto Com. Now a couple are hit here by that. Hitting is out and takes lights at 2, but there's no time left. 100 Thieves will get the round.
Oh my chaos! I feel like LEV got themselves into a bit of trouble with the amount of smokes that went down there as well. Cut off the team from helping Aspas when he got so far forward, and that showstopper didn't connect, but that's 100 Thieves realizing now is our go button. Then they trade back a showstopper of their own and just continue to get through this. What Tex laid down real quick. Whoa. What a round to go down to time. Tex was starting to heat up there, and yeah, they'll pick up another 100 Thieves. Reset the money again, but it's not going to hurt too much. There's still enough on the board for the buys to come through. It's just going to get real sticky soon if we keep going back and forth in rounds. Nobody's going to have any money. Haunt forward, 100 Thieves each round trying to gain a little bit of information off of something. And a fast push up towards long here to resup on that ultimate for Aspas. The first time I think we've seen Leviathan kind of not present themselves for a fight right away. They're okay with getting Aspas's ult back up, seeing if 100 Thieves will make a move first.
Because Reckoning could also be so suffocating towards this B side there.
Very true.
Trying to gamble and lean here on this B side, and when the Reckoning comes out, I already saw like this Mosh ready, a Molly already out ready on the other hand for Cryocells. They're just ready to try to deny. Not allow here Leviathan to move in within that Reckoning with 40 seconds left on the clock.
Cryo's first orbital strike maybe on that Brimstone.
There's that Molly at the entrance, but 2 players slip through. Dizzy being thrown towards the air. Busio trying to stay alive. Support coming out. Big flash though as Bang gets picked off. Last boss with the third within the round. Attempt for denies, but Leviathan did such a great job entering towards the site. Plant then comes down, courtesy of Wingman, and there's only 2 players left for the Thieves. Slight attempt though. Aspas trying to spray first, trying to catch some players off wall bangs. Aspas with the off angle within that B cubby. There's that first swing out from EU. From Mazzino at the Garden. With 1 player left, the satchel even didn't work for Austin to try to save his weapon. 4 in the round for the superstar of Aspas as Leviathan put 4 on the board.
Still Aspas. Wait, he would... was it 2 all points when he grabbed that one at Long B, and now he's 1 off. They go back to Long B and they'll have Showstopper again. Just giving themselves ways to win these rounds other than a straight up fight. And look at this, just the movement inside. The rest 100 Thieves could not hide from the situation. Remember, they had the Brimstone ult too, so they couldn't even get the Brimstone ult activated. They were not expecting the power of this hit to come through so quick.
Came off that timing of that flash too.
Oh, yeah.
If that hookah wasn't blinded, that would have been some big kills from Bang.
The timing on that was crazy. We will have a timeout for the Thieves. Pretty low on funds here, so it looks like they're trying to figure out how they would like to work this round and then going forward into the guns. So let's take the time here. Try and stave off too much of a loss here. Try to drop some weapons for Leviathan. It's 4-2. I did not expect it to go back and forth as much, especially with the way we saw Leviathan starting, hitting the site so hard. But 100 Thieves is adapting well. It seems to be coming down to those post plants now. If Leviathan's getting the spike down, it's just too much of a defensive positioning for 100 Thieves to take it back, it seems. Here towards B again. I think they go for the orb, but they also have extremity watch on shower.
The synergy is there for Leviathan for these executions. And right now it's...
Let's see how it goes.
Trying to get something to work with these sharers potentially as well. Cryocells trying to watch it from that U-Haul. Very passive look right now. So the objective of the orbs are not necessarily there yet on that B side, but after that late timing and seeing no early pressure out of Leviathan on that A side, we did push forward here for 100 Thieves to grab that orb in showers.
Poison's off.
So this just kind of delays everything. Walls are down. They know no movements are made, and I don't think 100 Thieves really wants to be the first one to take a peek. Look at the contacts and crossfires they have, right? It's just staying still, little left and right, AD, just to make sure you aren't fully standing still. So Leviathan, is now up to them to make that move. They have actually gotten a little bit of early movement out of 100 Thieves that has allowed the Leviathan to knowingly want to go that direction.
Yeah.
Here it's a game of just hide and seek.
This might be it right there, though. That dog from Calm is going to get a lot of information.
Absolutely.
The snake bite, and then seeing that get stopped right away. Leviathan are now pushing forward towards the A side. They think there's going to be a gamble. A great read on that pivot for Leviathan to finish now towards an open site. After the high tide, you already have EU falling back towards heaven. Free plant.
Smooth round. It's really neat to see how actually cautious Leviathan is coming out of 100 Thieves timeout, thinking that they were going to try something pretty crazy. It is just Sheriffs on the other side, but what a cautious round right now for Leviathan. I haven't seen it this slow just yet.
This is big. The objective now is just to get rid of this lurker right here, Calm, out towards the palm tree at short. He went head-to-head against Bustio before, and this time Krau's trying to move in even towards the attacker spawn, and he gets denied the opportunity to do so. Then a deep flash, huge information, contact on information. Flip that wall bang too. This guy is why we have a champion in XEG in the past. Bustio at least is able to get one for his troubles, but you know at the end of the day, the round still comes in for Leviathan.
Aspas ultimate there. Calm's ultimate coming up on that kill situation as well. Leviathan, a lot of things on the board here to keep 100 Thieves down. So what is their objective? What can they do? Not too many ultimates even online. Cryo's had this orbital strike for quite a while, and I bet they're hoping that Lev would go back to this U-Haul play so he can just make a toaster out of U-Haul. But it is not happening. Leviathan seems to be staying in the open, really working the Viper and the Harbor well to get the walls and the quadrants they want to fight in their favor. Moving through, you see that smile on Aspas's face. He's feeling good.
Yeah.
Coming back with a scoreline like this. Like we said, those ults online. Bustio grabs an op right now, so they're going to try to stop this fast play with hard angle holds on that operator.
It's already difficult because you have an orb in the front of him. Snake bite being thrown by King. Now even the Seekers on top. Huge explosion in towards that B side. You have to give it up now. Meanwhile, the TP's forced out, so the Yacht cannot support anything at all towards this B area. Trying to get a flash now through the high tide. Bang was able to turn away, but instantly two players ran through it. Mazzino was able to pick him off. Now Asuna has to go for the hero play. No utility to help him out. Has to try to line up two players on a high-low. One crouch. Gets that first one up to Calm. Beautifully done on those fundamentals now for Leviathan. 100 Thieves trying to fight back out towards the spawn. Pushing out from both angles. It's all up to EU. 1 versus 2. Low HP at 11. And he's going to decide to live to fight another day. Attempt to save this Phantom. Up out of sight. It's going to be expensive in the next round now for the Thieves.
Oh, that was close. That was close. Aspas picking it up, though. Throwing one out for the homies. All right, the way Leviathan engulfed B there and actually got into the back, we saw how hard it was just for Bang. It looked like Bang was actually on the attack side for a second, and Leviathan was coming from the defensive side. That's how fast they're getting to the back line and just re-aggressing. See it one more time here. It's just coming from the defensive side. It's crazy. And then the cleanup. Leviathan. A few slow rounds, a few quick rounds. It does not seem like there is an opening frag or an answer that 100 Thieves is able to get to really shred the numbers of Leviathan. Here they're going for a death ball down B. So look and pick up a gun and maybe work at the other side of the map, but Extremity here is held. Nobody's going to get too far on that.
Yeah, it looks like the idea was just to look into the fountain and not look too deep, so they could guarantee at least another orb and just continue to stack within the B side for Leviathan. On their side, the only thing they know is that they heard an orb being picked up. Switch back towards the hookah. Bustio does get the first kill there onto Tex.
He goes back. You can see him on the screen too, calling a few more. So the team is realizing Bustio comes up again. Van Silly putting himself out there.
Wingman being thrown just to try to see if somebody's going to jump out the window. Yeah. And with those two share shots, look at that rotate from 100 Thieves. They're gambling that they might be for Leviathan to think, oh, there's probably a stack towards the B side, walk back towards A. But for Lev, a wall contact within B. Busio once again. Had the crosshair, but Kong crouched under that
30 seconds
to get
left.
that pick, and it opens up the site. Bang, though, still with the support. Answers right back, and that's a weapon picked up.
Playing is so patient right now. There's so much util to get back in here.
We got the numbers to work with, and now Bang just got caught with utility in his hands. Spenzino pushing towards his spawn, and with the Reckoning out too, but EU just gets the pick. Aspas has been hot so far in this first map. Avoiding the shots with the satchel. Here comes Asuna from behind. Well done to create the space, allow Cryo to swing out. And 100 Thieves will be able to get a Thrifty in round number 9.
A huge Thrifty coming in, starting off with the IGL fans I just mentioned. A lot of these rounds, Leviathan is not taking any casualties as they get into the site, and 100 Thieves is having a hard time on the post plant. Well, how about dropping 2 with a Sheriff, and then having Bang come and get another one with a Sheriff? What a return on the investment here.
Seconds left.
For just the Sheriff round. Really well done. Leviathan still has a lot of money to work with, but that round is going to big help the mental of 100 Thieves here moving forward. We're only 6-3. We could easily have a 6-6 half here.
Let's go.
We have guns back on the board. The ultimates are finally up here for 100 Thieves. It seems like it's been forever. And we'll see how they can fold these over into a few rounds. Denial of Long B right away, knowing that orb has been something that Leviathan want, but also that positioning in general. And it looks like they still will go towards B here, giving up the extremities of A. They're just going to lurk around Sands to see if they get a push. And maybe they hit through Hookah, knowing that you're going to have Bang at long. Yeah, sure. But if you have sight, you have B sight.
Yeah, there's going to be huge games coming in right now because you have a Thrash available to go in and push out Bang away from the pit, and Lucio's doing the same thing for the back of the B site. Now repositioning towards the left side to get these first 2 kills. And then he will third onto Aspas, dizzy towards the air. The battle down towards Sands, and Tex instantly is the last player remaining now for Leviathan. Picking up an orb here. Just trying to do the damage, but it's going to be very difficult now that the rest of 100 Thieves has come through, even with the wall. Just in a spray through the smoke from Cryo.
Busio, the only one going down. Himself getting 5 kills in the last 2 rounds, though. So, yeah, he got his, if you were wondering. The operator now for Busio here, and now the low buy. They have just gone through the economy of Leviathan. It took a bit of work, but they're finally here. Like I said, it could easily be a 6-6, especially now. The confidence. And it was B again, a different setup for 100 Thieves. For Leviathan to look at, Busio in just a different positioning, playing defense instead of up in their face in Hookah and then long B. It's the little switches 100 Thieves is finding that is getting under the skin of Leviathan here on the aggression.
An early gamble with the showstopper towards Sands, and now that's going to press Leviathan to work towards U-Haul.
This is pretty aggro. They've got the space. Can they hold it?
Nightfall already out, pushing out for it. All the shots didn't connect. Thought they hit.
Oh my gosh!
Denied. But at least the Thrash is there. 3 kills coming up. Busio getting the off kill onto Calm, trying to find control space towards the back of the site. The dink with the shorty. Asta with the support, trying to spray through the triple but misses. But unfortunately, it's a snake fight from King. That drops Busio. Here's the rest of 100 Thieves. Aspas alone, only with the Guardian now. Knows that one player's towards the back of short A. The jiggle with the headshot. The second one denied by Bang. As they're 1 round away of tying it up against Leviathan.
Oh, so many times is Bang left alone in those situations, and he is able to come out on top. Grabs the operator, brings that back to Busio. And 100 Thieves once again deny the planet, win the round. It seems that is the goal right now for 100 Thieves. Anything less, and Leviathan run away with it. Oh, that first shot, it made you wonder. But Bang's there. What are you thinking? We got this. All right.
Just saw it after 2. It's like, okay, I got that kill, but oh wait, where's the op? I gotta find it right away. And at least they picked it up. Busio's already positioned now towards Long B. As for Leviathan for the last round of the half, they were looking for that early pressure, trying to catch some players off guard towards Showers. But now we finally see a slower default, but still controlled towards the A side for Leviathan.
100 Thieves now 4-4 on rounds. They get the first kill. It's just too much for Lev to keep a sight. A man down. Short A is the play. Harbor Wall already used. A little bit of a different look here from Leviathan.
Exactly. Split out the site, control the front. They have a pit to work with for the pulse plant in Leviathan. Showstopper, green out space, and somehow it lands right at the feet of Cryo and Asuna inside U-Haul. There's that pit coming up. The plant will be safe at a default spot, thanks to Wingman. Boostio, Bang, and EU have to work together now. Already one creeping in. It's EU within that pit, trying to find a timing, but gets greeted by Mazzino with the backstab. Up torch showers. Nice spray from Boostio, though, and that's the killer down. Aspaz has fallen. And they try to find some space inside. Dizzy being thrown out from Tex as well. Mazzino again. Another flank. It's gonna be difficult for Bang. Alone now, Shorty in the sight. And Kang stops it, and Leviathan finishes the half with the lead by 2.
Took him a bit, took those ultimates getting into the site with Aspas on the forefront of that being the spear of the hit. But yeah, 100 Thieves did exactly what they needed to bring it back from the brink there, figuring out what the hits were looking like at B. Big props to Boostio adding the IGL, but also huge fragger in these rounds to keep them in a bit of the W situation coming to the second half.
Yeah, very well done here by Aspas. As you can see, this man with a new team still looks very comfortable in his role as an entry fragger.
Scary.
Everything's hitting from shots to rockets. But at least now, with the halftime, we could toss it to Liz, who's standing by with Boostio's biggest fan.
And Boostio's biggest fan is Boostio's father, also known as Boostio Dad. Yes, give it up for Boostio's father. All right. Now, it's a tight game right now. How are the emotions? How's the adrenaline? How are you feeling?
I'm very nervous and excited, or nerk-excited.
Nerk-excited.
Yes.
I love a new vocabulary word. Write that down. Clip that. Now, I have to ask you, your son was entrusted to lead a team last year, brought them to a world championship, and now he's been entrusted to lead an entire new group of people again. When he was like growing up, little Boostio, little guy, did you see those leadership qualities in him?
Yes, I would say that I haven't taught him anything. He's self-taught, but we gave him the environment of he would see our family and friends come over to do LAN, Quake, and Doom, and those kind of FPS games. And so he took it from there, and he's just done fantastic.
He has done fantastic. A literal world champion leading an incredible team on this stage. And now I also want to ask you that there may be a parent or a kid watching who might want to be pro, or a parent of a kid who might want to go pro. You are a parent of a pro. Do you have any advice for them? Any words of wisdom?
Yes, I would say stay in school. It's very important. We made sure he graduated from high school. And
Good work, Boostio. Good work.
But we gave him the time and the support to pursue his dream in gaming. And so it worked out, and it takes a lot of luck, but keep persevering and you could make it.
And when you're as good as Boostio, I think he waved. I have to ask you one last question. The hair, the gecko green. What are we thinking? Thoughts? Do we like it? Do we wish you went a different color? Oh.
Personally, not a fan, but I love that he just goes for everything, and he's himself.
In game and out of game. Well, thank you so much, and best luck to Boostio. And casters, it is back to you.
Thank you very much, Liz and Boostio's dad. And indeed, that's what I like. I mean, great support from esports parents. Whatever Boostio wants to do, as long as the mind is there and he does what he needs to do, that's important. Hell, do whatever the hell you want. Become a world champion in Valorant and now lead this team, potentially, hopefully, to close out Bind right now.
Quick spill on stage, I believe. We're going to get this cleaned up. Was that calm? Is that a world champion spill? Oh, my. Okay. All right.
You don't see a chat, but at the same time, Boostio just stood up to like a calm, and Calm just shook his head.
I think I'd have to get the Calm parental interview now.
Yeah,
see how messy he was as a kid.
Playing mind games.
Oh, it's on the fans of the PC. But look how sturdy that PC is. It just took a hit of water. Oh, my.
And it's still working. That's why we got I Buy Power this year.
Exactly. And you buy the safety of the PC. Boom! Look at that.
But yeah, you inside on the shots from Boostio. He said he was nice with it when we panned the camera right at his face. Still very confident. It looked like a battle from that first half. The 100 Thieves are still trying to find that groove. I mean, it's still a composition that they haven't really played against. If you're looking at Leviathan's side, they never really pulled out any compositions or played Bind throughout the offseason, so this is new for them. So uphill battle, learning here for 100 Thieves. Pistol round now underway on the second half with Thieves now on the attack. The Thieves on a 2-1-2, just trying to see if Leviathan's going for the aggression, and they are. There's that first shot from Aspas, and the game leader from 100 Thieves falls.
All right. Are they on attack or are they on defense? You have to wonder. Aspas just right out of the gate pressing W, goes onto the side, 100 Thieves to find 2.
Satchel on the top. Asnos trying to find that space back within the A site just to answer.
All right.
And it works out. But look at this. This is all a ruse. Still 2 players from the, should I say the Spike alone from the 100 Thieves are moving towards the B site for the plant, while the other ones create a diversion, get these picked, even it up, and get a pulse plant opportunity in the B site.
Bring around the Rosie. And yeah, Lev is left wondering which way they have to go. Now back towards B. Gonna find a quick haunt.
Oh, huge tease there. That's 2 of the nades out. But we hide around or behind the wall, and Aspas and Mazzino stays alive for a bit. But look at the positioning from the others. Now the bubble comes out. Aspas made it through. And Aspas alive with the Sheriff could still be very scary.
Wait a minute.
Tapping on the Spike. The map's been flipped.
Surely
There's the
not.
contact on the 2 players as Cryo and Osnar working together within the tin. Aspas looking to reposition. They know now there's no tap on the Spike, but at least there's that kill. 1 more to go here for Aspas, who does get the DI by Power Ace, but it's gonna be too late. Does that count? Does that count for a free computer?
Ooh, does not. The Ace actually has to come out with the win, with the defuse. But still, nice 5 frags. That's how it works. 7-6 here. Aspas able to get the frags, able to get that showstopper near online. But that is going to be around for 100 Thieves coming out strong. A good delay there as well. Once they realized they weren't finding him, they said, okay, let's ourselves hide then if he's not going to defuse. Because they did not want to feel that wrath. Like you said here, what a sick setup, and just taunting them into a seize, into a nade through the smoke and the hunt. And the finalizing of the kill, but not the round.
Well, you like those stats no matter what. Already within the action booster with the Sheriff. Aspas falls. I'm going to love the Sheriff battle that we have back and forth between these 2 teams. Orb, though, did get stolen away as Busio continues his reign. And that's just him with the Sheriff. There's a gun round around this for 100 Thieves. They got rifles to work, but he doesn't care. He's going in for a 3rd. There's the hat trick. File Cells opens up towards the elbow.
You did good.
And even 100 Thieves are looking for the flawless. Letting the wingman to plant. Dancing with the wingman. Busio cosplaying within the map of bind.
He knows. He knows. He's playing crowd favor right now. That's awesome. Another round here. 7-7 as we're going to get tied up. King looking for a few on the exit. And next round is the one we look at the defensive side here a little bit more. Yeah, Aspas has been aggressive. They've gotten some early frags on pistol round. Nothing on this one, a flawless, but what will they have in store for round number 3? Hello. So they have an idea now. They can all exit out if they want to get that kill, but it looks like they're going to be happy to let King run into the Spike. Oh no. Boostio.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah. Now he's one away from all.
Something very similar that we saw yesterday. Give the weaker weapon now to the player that has the weakest buy. Busio at that point with the Sheriff. He could chase the kill. If he dies, it's only a stinger that you give on the other side, where Leviathan was going to upgrade to weapons no matter what. Perfect. So now you have an opportunity for Busio to keep working his ultimate orbs. So him getting that pick, he's only already one away from a Thrash. And that could be the next objective here for 100 Thieves.
You see that flash at long, right? That I think King went down to it first. Like having Dizzy thrown from the other side of Fountain, you're not really hearing that until it, right here. You're not really hearing it till it gets close. Then you're basically blind once it hits you. It's just a faint kind of radar ping that you're hearing. So a lot of times it can catch you off guard. Your comm was just out of range. They won't get any trades through the smoke, but you can see walls on both sides here. Look at that. And there's 100 Thieves wall going through the portal as well.
Quite interesting. Whew. Well, ult is ready, but only for the next round as Calm gets to spray within the smoke.
Yep.
Busio falls. Snow will be able to pick up the orb at least.
So Sands push is going to be big. They have to wait a little bit of time for Hookah to be taken if this is actually their move.
Toxins going up.
This means EU watches flank for a second and they go back in, or is this actually going to be a fake hit teleport? I feel like that's a little too drastic.
Well, they're going to stop themselves in their track with Leviathan. That those nades didn't go deep enough as they were trying to go for a flash through. It's a surprise play.
A nice little prediction there for 100 Thieves to back off. And Lev wonders if someone's still there, but do not get the information they were hoping, and they're calm.
30 seconds left.
Just quick peek, gets a little bit of it, and knows that hit could still come B.
King is now forced to play in front of those stink bites being thrown on the ground. Still gets that pick off onto Asta. Bang then drops out to get the trade. Late push out from Hookah coming out from EU as Aspa still stays alive with 10. Calm dancer right back and that spike down. 10 seconds left on the clock. Nice little push out from Calm. As that's also going to calm down the round.
Oh.
No time left. No matter what. EU just wanted to die so they could buy at least their gun round in the next. And Leviathan, they maintain their lead.
That last little peek from Calm doing great things to help pull the round in their favor and not over-rotate out of the sight. Good anchoring so far by Leviathan here. King with the first few frags as they just crossfire the rest. Coming into the site. Look at this. Calm like a bomb. Easy peasy.
Timings you have from Calm, it doesn't always have to be towards the flanks. I mean, this kid has been so good with all of these timings since Champions.
Oh, yeah. He really reads in the mind of his opponent. Round after round, you can see it get a little bit better. Quick cascade forward. U-Haul is going to be the idea for this one. A hit coming in from 100 Thieves.
Monsters on the loose. Bustio is trying to create some space, but Aspas is there now after 2 kills in the showstopper. The hat trick answered back by EU. And Asta just got hit. He got hit by his own teammates.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Wondering what the gun round would look like from LEV. They feel a lot more comfortable here just being able to set up the contact crossfires. Not too much util going back out towards 100 Thieves. They're just able to deny these flashes, turn back, tearing down their opponent here. It's kind of contact play. There's a lot of smokes and everything, but where's the flash? Where's the dizzy that comes out of that, right? Either it came out early and they waited to step out, or they didn't come out together, right? Aspas just says 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Now running reps. They're doing the same execution. Mosh being thrown here towards the back of the showers as we try to spray across with the lower buy that we have for 100 Thieves to take control of U-Haul. Pain Shells pushes Mazino away. EU trying to lurk within showers but couldn't get that pick. Aspas with the support from the back of the site, and the half buy doesn't pay off for 100 Thieves. Leviathan takes the lead by 3.
Man, well, Leviathan understands that it is a low buy or they have a bit of an advantage in the round. They clamp down and just become so confident and so quick. That one ending very fast as 100 Thieves was in, and LEV made sure to push him out. Big ults to be used here, though. Asuna can definitely clear some space right around with Bustio and EU if they get that opening of utility. And we'll see this one. Just clearing from the back. Again, we didn't expect too much util on this one, but I hope to see some more on those next hits.
Aspas doesn't even need to op, just rifling around, getting showstoppers out. 24 kills on the board. Leviathan again in the lead, trying to look for that pressure outside of a trap play.
Toxins going up.
Big
From
push.
showers, yeah. Bang was trying to find that information again, but he got a little bit too far and got denied right away.
Spike down B.
It's looking grim here for 100 Thieves. And everything that they're trying to do within this round is just sprays through walls, through smokes, cascade, even to block the vision of Asuna. Finally, Cryo is able to do something in return. Low HP. Seeker is available for Calm. Just to confirm, the last 2 players of the Thieves are inside this B site. Tap on the spike. Trying to get Tex, flush him out, but both Tex and Aspas are working together for the last 2 kills.
LEV get away with 3, and you gotta ask, where was the showstopper? Where was anything there? Walking into sight and playing contact can be what you want. It can get you great space, but when you have the chance to take the space with the showstopper, you're 7-11 now. You don't have rounds to chance things. Take the space with the utility you have. I feel like that's a mistake that we did not see the ultimates there from 100 Thieves. And they give up another round now, 1 away from it being game point for Leviathan here. So happy to just stay and defend the site. Leviathan pick up another one towards B, and they've now held A and B confidently. And it will call 100 Thieves timeout now to see how these ults can be used, where they might be able to focus, and what these pushes are going to be doing for Leviathan, because we saw that push from showers come out. 100 Thieves saw it. They know Leviathan's active right now. What are they going to do to react, right?
Yeah. It's definitely difficult right now for 100 Thieves, because we talked about now this man right here, Zix, just on a previous shot. A coach here that could bring that change of pace for the Thieves. When they tried to go fast, got denied right away by Aspas. When they tried to go slow, denied by Aspas. So
it's very true.
We got to try to figure out how we could actually push Aspas away because he's in these positions that seems to not be checked every single time. So you got to give prompts as well. We mentioned how King is always one step ahead of everybody else. And
absolutely.
He's at 5 and 10 for King, and it doesn't matter if he's at the bottom of the board, if he's going to call it perfectly to know where Aspas needs to be.
Exactly. Assist daddy and calls and assists. Aspas now with the Outlaw in this round. Probably has an Arsenal next to him. No, actually, just a buy or so. Has that from last. So yeah, he's going to be rocking with the Outlaw.
Wants that fun with it. Early orbital strike. There's the showstopper out. Clear as everybody. Everyone's playing so far front, but at least the cavalry is there to support for 100 Thieves just to get the pick after the information. They got it, chat. They got it. 2 players left. Aspas looking to play with the Outlaw. The timing on that smoke coming down did get a tap onto Boostio. But the advantage still rings 400 Thieves. Spike planted at a default spot. 3-player advantage. For Aspas and King falling back, upgrading to the Phantom. They're just maybe not allowing 100 Thieves to escape towards the back of spawn.
They're just waiting. Aspas looking to rack up some more kills. King getting that frag, taking it from him. Aspas currently for this season has the most at 29. And guess who holds that max kills for the season? It's King at 35. So really funny to see King actually take that one as we're coming to it. What a round here. 100 Thieves to come in. They push back. Yeah, we get Lev on the save and the spike to go in, but it took a lot. It took those ultimates. So can 100 Thieves do this now without the showstopper? Can they get Thrash right away? Make sure that they get into sight. If Plant from Wingman gives Thrash as well, they can go for the post plant. It is going to be a Reckoning retake, though, so 100 Thieves needs to stay spread out in positions where they can play safely.
Yeah. At least for now, they want to look to fight it for Leviathan before playing that retake. Aspas is already on the top of the APC. There's that first blood once again. Asuna falls. Pain shells down towards
He makes it out.
Does make it out. Has support still within this A site. And Cryo finally pushes across.
Oh yeah!
Aspas still does have the showstopper to work with, and just before Mazzino fell, the Reckoning did come out. But looks like we're playing it safer for Leviathan. Falling back to get the heal up to Aspas. He's gonna try to get the re-hit here. Com still has 2 flashes to work with to support the showstopper re-entry. There's that contact on the first one on the bench off that flash. Second Thrash coming out now for Boostio. Oh, it does get the hit. That's gonna slow things down. 2 players hit by that and detained, so you definitely know this is gonna be a save. But for Boostio, pushing forward to try to get the hit, the haunt to get the information. And they're keeping him towards the back of the spawn. There's the TP across. Well done by Boostio once again. Calm, solo in the back of the spawn, at least gets the 2. Boostio and EU fall. 100 Thieves are closing that gap once again.
Whew. A quick 2 rounds for 100 Thieves. They snap back when needed. And most necessary at this point. It seemed like it was getting a little dark in that corner, but the light starts to shine. They have another ultimate to be used here. Great focus on getting Thrash for last round. And the fact that they've been able to fold over these last few rounds, Leviathan feels a bit of pressure there, and they will call the timeout to see how they can organize getting themselves the win. See the replay of Com just picking up a few more. Doesn't really put him too close to ultimate. You can see how hype Boostio is getting here. As it seems like 100 Thieves is coming online a bit more throughout the match for sure. It seemed like Leviathan had a bit of run of the map. They go where they want. They were taking what they want, and now 100 Thieves starting to punch back.
Boostio mentioned there when we had a chance to see a video of them talking about the team and what he brings to the team is that confidence, being loud, and you could definitely see from that previous round, they just really pushed towards the spawn, instant TP to even pinch in from towards that B site. So it's for them, it's not the discipline of trying to save the economy, save the weapons, it's just fight through. It doesn't matter how many rounds under we are against our opponents, we could always fight back here and tie up the game, maybe even win the map. He's done it before here, and he wants to do it with this roster of 100 Thieves.
Whew. Aspas dropping the 30 back on a showstopper, and those have been deadly for 100 Thieves. If they can avoid that as well as Thrash, looking good this round. shower push, it seems like, or at least a shower dizzy and a push towards long B here to start things off.
For the Thieves, it's just trying to see, playing a little bit further back if there's any trap plays coming through and staying behind the wall. Heard the dog coming through to TP, so they want to fight back. There's a showstopper. It doesn't hit anybody yet. Just back and forth on these trades to start things off towards the long B. Aspa still playing the off angle, forced to fall back, almost caught one. As they're trying to move forward, King's there to support. The bait and switch to get Bang and Busio down. Only 2 players left for 100 Thieves within this round. The Nightfall came out to get some information, but we're not pushing in 400 Thieves. They just want to make sure we clear towards the back of the site before. You're gonna have to play the post plant hold if you want to. Oh, nice. On inside the window, does get the hit onto King, so King is forced to play the off angle, allowing Cryo Cells to get the push forward. Following the tethers, and King's just dancing left and right. You looking to answer back, denied! And when King needs to step up to fight, he will, as Leviathan will get 12 on the board, and they'll get map point.
The crown is always shining on his head, honestly. The situations he gets put in, he will always come out on top. He has that name for a reason. And this, again, getting the double dink there, hit through the wall, just a fade away. Headshots coming in from the Phantom. And that's the kind of stuff you expect from King. It's not like, oh, King had that play. It's like, no, King is doing these things regularly, and that's exactly why he's always receiving praise on Leviathan. Ultimates again. That Viper's Pit is out. Thrash is still there for Tax. Leviathan on game point, and they look to be able to push through here. Last one was a post-plant defuse, so even if 100 Thieves is getting in, it seems like Lev has that answer. So this round, towards B, they're going to meet that Viper's Pit immediately at short A coming from King.
Yeah. Leviathan wants to make it difficult right off the rip.
And why not? Give 100 Thieves something to think about. Make them sweat. Nothing that your opponent does should ever be, you know, in line with what they want to do. You should be forcing their hand, and that's what Leviathan's trying to do here. The Mosh entry, getting a little bit of a lineup here from Boostio, and the team's about to explode in. Expect Austin on the front.
The flash through the wall, and there's the first contact. People are getting caught with Youthful in the end as they were set up to hit the site. All denied, leaving Bang alone.
I
feel like Leviathan just has X-ray vision on these plays. Always set up for the trades, the refrags, and crossfires, and Thrash comes out for Bang!
The assist from the Thrash, Bazino with the pickoff, and Leviathan will take the first map.
Take it very quick, too. I think with 100 Thieves coming back, yes, they grabbed 9, but I feel like those rounds were ones where Leviathan almost dropped the ball. They had looked so good. Aspas, the multi-kills, he was able to get 10 first bloods, Van Silly. That actually just ripped a hole in my brain. 10 first bloods? You gotta be joking me.
Yeah, casual 31, it looked easy for him in the fragging department. Of course, when you're looking at that, even that last round that just happened here on this first map of Vine, King, one step ahead on the calls. The 5 players of 100 Thieves